Hey everybody, and welcome to the daily card reading for the week of the 10th through the 16th of August of 2025 with Jack. Those of these take a resonance, if it doesn't, I'm going to do the inner self and words unsaid and everything through the cards today. So as always, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, get the word out there. Don't mind my roommate, they're just cleaning bugs out of here. If you feel like donating, this Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and MetaPay. I'm going to do what I can today because my phone is running low on space, so it likes to time me on my videos. So we'll see what we can get. I'm going to go for about 30 to 45 minutes. Maybe longer, depending on Jack and the message and my phone, because TikTok likes to overlap my phone and overlay things. So we have the Emperor first. So this card is the Aries card. This is a card of leadership, a card of authority, a card of sitting still and observing. A sign that it is positive thinking and positive outlooks towards you. Making a list and checking it twice in terms of scheduling and what you want to do with your life and what you find comforting and what to find vital to your life, essentials, bare minimum, finding out where you're still breadcrumbing yourself and where other people are breadcrumbing you, absent-mindedness, forgetfulness, a lot of hairline triggers or thin hair sticking out, a lot of facial features or facial hair that might be prominent within your week as well. Somebody with facial hair or black gloves might be exerting their authority over you. This could be a doctor in a white coat. This could be a lady in a red jacket. This could be a person with black gloves, like experimentalist views or experiments like chemistry, biology, like dark sciences. Pseudosciences such as lie detecting and reading into people's emotions and such can be a challenge to assert your authority, but it doesn't mean it's not possible. Vertical stripes, like the ones seen in the back of this card, vertical stripes, okay? That can mean anywhere from there's going to be ups and downs in your relationship. There's going to be a lot of protection from bad forces. Evil eye amulets along with black magic protection can help. White light visualization, white magic can help. Banishment, protection, exorcisms. Breaking free of black and white thinking would be beneficial. Warmer clothes or warmer weather stick out. Cold-heartedness. Cold hands, warm heart kind of deal, but backwards. Cold heart, warm hands. Feeling like someone's getting cold feet about something because they're really hot-headed or temperament driven. So it takes time for them to sit and reflect and think about things. And you need to take time to sit with yourself and sit for yourself for a little bit. A lot of pragmatism, a lot of practical logic, a lot of foundations and trust come when you can sit yourself down. Different shades of greens and reds stick out as well. This could be anywhere from someone that's envious or intrusive, or someone that likes to impose their views upon you, avoids facts and deflects, refuses information brought to them that doesn't fit their ideologies. Discomfort around certain people can be due to insecurities that you face within the behaviors that they're showing. So if they're acting out or they're yelling and you're triggered by the yelling, it may not be the person, it may be the tone or the cadence behind all that. Tactile sticks out, so touching, feeling, having a sense of clairsentience, feeling physical beings around you, or feeling physical sensations where there's no physical body or physical being. Let's see, there's a lot of positivity, a lot of happiness, a lot of white workers and light empathy and dark empathy to work on. There's a lot of stoicism through gray rock methods and such. What I mean by that is there's a lot of playing stoic to get through the stonewalling that's going around. Six of Candles is next. So what this means, especially with it being reversed, is there's a delay in the rewards of victory. There's a delay in what's going to happen. There's a delay in manifest from the metaphysical to the physical. So it's no longer from the spiritual to the physical. It's now from the metaphysical to the physical. So it's getting there. Patience is a virtue. Keep yourself busy and distracted, but not so busy and distracted that you slow down the energies. Being overly cautious to the point of paranoia can be seen as hindering the progress. Instant gratification and wanting things right away can also be hindering the progress. Sitting with your feelings of shame and humiliation and guilt can help you with your digestive tract and help you with your anxiety and help you with your manifests. Nonconformity and nonconforming genders, so anything that's not cisgender would count in this. There's a lot of refusal to read things. There's a refusal to look at the things in a deeper, intricate light set, seeing things as monsters or seeing things as weird or odd. That doesn't quite fit your mold or your expectations, let's say. Assumptive bias and cognitive bias based upon like how you were molded as a kid. So basically how you were raised, what you were taught to believe, if anybody allowed you to question yourself or question the morals or not, if anybody allowed you the basic freedoms of honesty and truth, or if they just lied to you by omission your whole life, or if there was a healthy mix of the two. It seems like someone's in like the dark night of the soul to the twilight stage. It's always darkest right before the dawn, and that is true even if you watch a sunrise. Waking up before the sun, like around like 5 in the morning, might be beneficial to a few of us, especially when it comes through in creative ways, or helps us see creativity within like shame and humiliation tactics. BDSM, sexual behaviors due to sexual tensions can be worked out thoroughly. However, it looks like a lot of childish antics are at play and childish behaviors are at play. So watch those childhood patterns that tend to hinder your progress, especially from the last Aries season. So 320 to 420, around there. Something happened in that you've been manifesting since at least then, and it's being delayed because of how you feel controlled, or your fear of control, or your fear of losing control about things. Manipulation, magic, and spider webbing come off as well. Webbing as well as in like the psychology term. It looks like the Page of Needles falls out as well. So what this means is there is a willful communication that's going to come through. Someone is going to come through in spirit or in mental mindset, or challenge you to think differently than you normally do, or they might give you a new idea or a new outlook on something that you've been going over in like paradoxes and such like that. Setting the trap and waiting, leading you on, fishing, bait tactics, catfishing, emasculating activities. Finally, unmasking yourself can feel like you're wearing a mask, can feel like you're being an imposter. Kidnapping, feeling kidnapped, or going over when you feel like you were nabbed from your innocence or your purity or your childhood wonder. Stripped of your childhood and forced to act like more mature than you should have, or someone who had to learn on their own, like self-taught. Free-spirited, high spirits are in order. There's a lot of direct communication. However, just learning how to not come on as strongly. A little naive when it comes to like mental abilities like telepathy and such like that. But you're quick to get the hang of things. Bear traps stick out, so trapping bears. Entrapment, feeling trapped by a protector, or feeling like you're trapped because this is the only way you feel protected is in the cage. You don't want to leave the cage kind of mentality. It hurts more to keep trapped than it would to be released, but it hurts a little bit more to release you than it does currently to keep you trapped. So you're going to have to go through a little bit more pain in order to get free, but a lot less pain in the long run if you just break the chains, break free now. There's a lot of cord cutting rituals that need to happen. There's a lot of let's see, chains I need to break. There's also the Ten of Presents as well. So what this means is your home life and your family life are going to be more complete within the next 10 months. Between 10 at night and 5 in the morning, between the 10th and the end of the week. So by the 15th, 16th, there's going to be some form of feeling a presence. Like physically feeling someone that might not be there, like whether it be like a warm feeling that you get, or a feeling of completeness and fulfillment, or physical gifts, and knowing the difference between the fake and authenticity. A snake only sheds its skin to become a bigger snake, but that doesn't mean that it's any more venomous than it was before. Snake handling, herpetology, learning how to handle snake-like behaviors, a snake-like sorcery, especially when it comes to like revenge magic, about love, or manipulation magic over the mind or over the soul, like soul morphing or face stealing, or imitating childlike behaviors and childlike antics, or acting like a kid in order to trap somebody into something. Emptiness, confinement, solitary confinement due to childish antics and behaviors can be seen as well for the week. It looks like there's a lot of fantasies as well. So like dreams and subconsciousness and drugs and codependencies like alcohol and sex and shape-shifting and spirituality and work and emotional availability from others that may not be able to give them to you. It looks like there is some sort of metaphysical breakdown that needs to happen around your emotions and your feelings. Be more receptive to secrets and be more able to keep those secrets handy until they are needed. And that's only on certain exceptions and all that, depending on, of course, your moral capabilities. Dragons, draconics, trees, skulls, snakes, pumpkins, spiders, worms, and lizards and such come to mind as well. Spirits, offerings to spirits and offerings from spirits are going to happen in the week as well. By the end of July, there was something that happened that you needed to take the lead on. So depending on if you've taken the lead for far enough, you'll know what this is. Try not to put labels on things that you're not sure of, and don't just willfully use labels unless you know what you're talking about. Educate yourself before you hurt yourself. With cunning, ambition, and kindness, you can find a lot of deep contemplation about your feelings and how they shape who you are today and how you appear to others, especially with like partnerships, not excluding marriage, but not just marriage, but like partnerships with children or father figures or authority figures or businessmen, or your relationship with your emotions, your relationship with money, your relationship with inaction or lack of purpose or a lack of conviction. Karma Chameleon, 6 out as well for a song today for the week. Fertility, nourishment, wisdom, fear of the unknown, fear of certain animals, fear of anthropomorphic beings, fear of being led astray, fear of not being able to create your own path or not be able to define yourself without words. Words are only half the battle, at least. So just being aware of how that can come off and how that can affect you. Compartmentalize your thoughts. Take some time to assert your feelings. Take some time to yourself in a non-judgmental place to seek some clarity and seek some guidance. Find your own sense of direction. Seems to be a lot of reality checks going on, a lot of needing to break free from ideologies and face reality. Grounding techniques, realism sticks out, objectivity sticks out. Don't take things so personally that you act out childlike. This could be anywhere from teasing to mocking to ridicule to name calling, to hoarding and greed and gluttony and just not wanting to share and wanting to do it all yourself and not wanting to share the spotlight and not wanting to take accountability for where you've messed up. Like, all of these are part of the process. Refusing to heal because you don't see what the purpose is can be a hindrance. Not acting because you don't know what to do can also be a hindrance. Just make sure that what you do and how you do it applies to your morals and, again, your justice system. And it looks like your father wants you to pay attention to him. And this could be the mighty All-Father Odin. This could be God. This could be your physical father. This could be your kid wants the father to pay more attention to him. They want you to be more fatherly, like more providing, more protective, more secure in yourself, more safe to be around. Working on your safety and your safety plan and your safety net and your contingency plans in case things backfire. There's a lot of playfulness and playful banter going into things, so just making sure that you still keep that light while still understanding that not everything's going to be all cupcakes and rainbows, basically. Blues are very important, so like depression, anxiety, loss of interest in things that you once found funny, not being able to put labels and expressions on words, but you know that you feel something and your feelings are still valid whether or not you can express them. Nonverbal cues, honesty, truthfulness, serenity, tranquility, peacefulness, honesty, transparency. Michael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raziel, and Jophiel as well. The Father of Time, Loki, both male and female. Devilish pranks and demonizing people based on their identity or how they present themselves can also be a factor here, especially for like businesses and fellow employees and business relationships and such like that. Keeping in mind that metamorphosis and growth and change are part of who we are and part of the human experience. And our fears of change and our fear of how we look when we change or how we might come off across as to other people can be hindering our progress. So again, being present, working on living in the moment. Yellows and blacks stick out, yellow and black stripes, so like hornets, yellow jackets, wasps, bees. The Bee Movie sticks out. There's a few lessons in the Bee Movie that might be beneficial to learn. Limiting your mind with science. Gentle persuasion, objective truth, analytical thinking skills, along with leisure activities and comfort shows can help with the core issues here. As long as you don't think too much into it and you are able to sit down and enjoy yourself and move forward, basically. And what they want you to know is, like, you need to heal your inner child. You're not trapped in anything, even if you think you are. There might be a mindset that you're trapped in, or a dream that you can't stop thinking about, or an ex that you want back, or feel like you have dreamed about before, but you haven't met them in real life, or in this life, or however you describe it. Aurora Borealis sticks out. The name Aurora. Boredom sticks out, so watch when you're bored. Watch what you do when you're bored. Watch what happens when you're bored. Watch what happens when holidays come up, or special occasions come up, or surprise gifts come out, or unexpected events happen to where emotions tend to flood the room and flood the gates and flood the water, basically. Someone that's going to be very benefited from this would be someone that is very motherly, someone that's very nurturing, someone that's very kind and caring and empathic, someone that can take on a mother and a fatherhood role, like single mothers, basically anyone that is very independent and very confident and very strong-willed, someone that is very opinionated and strongly in a cynical or side, harshness, bluntness, willful misinterpretation, willful miscommunication can be seen here as well. And it looks like the reverse 9 of potions. So again, this is a roundabout. So it's basically the last card. So what this is there is a delay, okay, in a wish. You need to act on your wish. You need to act on your beliefs. You need to act on your words. You need to act on your feelings. You need to act on your empathy and your tranquility and your security. You need to protect yourself and those around you. You need to be secure in who you are. You need to be safe with who you're around. You need to be able to assert with authority your boundaries and not let anybody overstep you. Walking on broken glass can be very hindering and can be very hurtful. So SOS by the Jonas Brothers can also be helpful. Stripping you of your title, or stripping you of your children, or stripping you of your dream can be seen as a hindrance and can be an obstacle as well. So somebody might be fighting against you. This could even be yourself, because you might be fighting your own childish needs and wants. And until you stop acting like a child and having the mentality of a child, you will not get your wish. And if you do get your wish, it's going to take a lot more to work on because of the fact that you're acting like a child. It looks like Pisces is a very strong sign, so self-sacrificing, wise, beyond your years, old souls, mature beings, emotional instability due to your ideologies and your versus your reality check, what you believe versus what you know. That's also delaying your progress. Speaking to your authority figures and your father figures will help. Confessionals, confession, redemption. Not necessarily in like the Christian way, but like confessing what you did and taking accountability to your guides and going up and going, hey, I know I told you this, but I'm sorry. Or hey, when I said this, when you last met me, I said this and it came off wrong and I'm sorry. Or hey, I said the R word and I didn't mean it. Or hey, didn't mean it that way and I understand how it came across. Let me try again, and here's what I'm going to do for next time. So basically what it wants is accountability, balance, duality, and a lot of parody sticks out as well. So like making fun of things that are serious, but still having like a serious tone. Parody objectivism, like the video of Rucka Ali for like an hour and a half. Might shed some light on what isn't funny and how you can make jokes without having it be like sensitive or hate speech in the same thing. Especially when it comes to like your mama jokes and things that are really like childish. Emotional immaturity, only emotionally there when they want to be. And it looks like there's going to be some form of inaction, and you don't feel like you need to act because there's no point. And you're right, because there is no point, because your guides are asking you basically to sit down and ask questions, sit down and learn, sit down and educate yourself, and only speak about what you know. They're there to help you better understand yourself. You just need to ask the right questions. So finding out what questions to ask so you can take the lead in your own life, rather than allow other people to tell you what you want and what you can have and what you can't have, will be wise and beneficial. But that's what I'm getting for the week ahead. Read for the inner selves, what they want you to know, the words unsaid, and the overview for the 10th through the 16th of August of 2025. So as with these, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Thanks for joining.